Hello, everybody. We are back for game number 3 of the day. I am Kinderspiel, and I am here with my partner in crime, Monochrome. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Ready to get game number 3 underway.
We first of all, before we get into this, we do have a few announcements, or not really announcements, but we would like to thank Nami for the first bits donated to the stream. We did miss that before we went to break, so we would like to give a big thank you to that. And then also, we did get a flood in of subs and gifted subs, etc., from several people here. I can't really keep up with it right now, so we do have to get into the stream. Which brings me to my last point, which is we do not have the stream labels and stream notifications set up for today. So it will be easier for us to keep track of all of this in the future. We should have it set up tomorrow, but it is our apologies. We were behind the 8 ball on that one. But once again, just thank you all for everyone who donated and dropped a sub here on day 1 of our affiliate status. We appreciate it.
Yep, it's people like you that keep us in business. So thank you from all the casters and all the crew.
All right, and the teams are ready to go here in the lobby. So as soon as they launch it, we will be heading into Champion Select.
Yep. Game 3 starting up with picks and bans.
We are in Champion Select.
Before we get started, it would appear that our graphic is not currently accurate.
It is Threat Level Midnight versus Iron Dragon. There we go. Yep. My mistake.
Starting off with that Diana ban first. Browning on him would be terribly upset, but once again, I think it's a very valid ban. Followed by Kha'Zix and Echo. Those are very quick back-to-back. And then Morgana. These people really know what they don't want to play against. Yes, you did. I don't need to be thanked, though. I just like to play my part and support the fine people that run this wonderful little series we have going on here. Elise and Fiora, our last batch of bans. Daria's first pick for the side of who's blue and who's red here. Okay. Yeah, that was quite an interesting game to watch last week. Let's see if they can pull it off 2 weeks in a row. I do believe they won that game pretty effectively.
Quick apology, my mic was muted for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but it
Grammarly
was, so
does more.
I am here. I am back. I don't know when it was muted. I don't know what I missed.
Oh Lord, they probably think I'm insane talking to myself.
Yeah.
Well, joke's on them. It's very true.
So.
Malzahar picked. That could be a very solid counter to this Yi now. Getting the ult off onto him really does shut down this Yi.
It's interesting. We're seeing a cannon hover here. Last week they did play Maokai in the top lane. Interesting.
On to our second set of bans. Iron Dragons banning out the Fiddlesticks, really trying to keep this Yi safe.
And it's interesting that they did opt for the Fiddlesticks ban because they did play Fiddlesticks support with the funnel comp last week as well.
I think they're more worried about the point and click fear. That is really hard to deal with. Cinna banned out for threat level midnight, or by threat level midnight. Not wanting to play against that. Probably not going to be, or was it going to be a Cinna support anyway? And like, Cinna AD carry's good. I just don't think it's that good. LCS would disagree with me. Kaisa picked off by Iron Dragon here. Lots of ADC bans in this last bit. That is a Lulu ban. Probably once again to try to stall out this Funnel Yi plan.
Yeah, they got a Lulu in addition to the Taric. That could get a little crazy, especially since they did ban their Fiddlesticks that they did pick last time. They will be looking for something new this time around. Looks like they will lock in the Misfortune pick here, which was the AD carry they ran with the comp last week.
No, Lucian. That's whipping it up at the last second.
Misfortune will then be in turn locked in for Threat Level Midnight. The CCO is a relatively new pickup for Threat Level Midnight. I believe he did make his debut last week. He did put on some pretty dominating performances. I'm not sure if Darius is one of the champions that he did play, but it'll be interesting to see if he's able to continue this streak into week 5.
Nautilus picked up by Threat Level Midnight. It's an interesting choice. Bastion Yi can do funny things with if is targeted by Nautilus's ult. Into the Rakan. These team comps are interesting.
I do like the Rakan pick here for the support for this funnel comp.
Yeah, no, like you pop the ult, you charm everybody, and he gets to just go to town.
Yeah, I feel like definitely, in my opinion, is an upgrade from the Fiddlesticks that they decided to try last week. Although Fiddlesticks did work well with this comp, with the distraction and the CC, I feel like Rakan does that exact same job, except a little bit more effectively.
Yep, looking forward to that Fiddlesticks rework. Hopefully they keep him on the supporty side and not reintroduce him back into the jungle. I used to play a lot of Fiddlesticks as support. It used to be really, really good. Now it's just kind of eh. The power level of supports lately has just been really high.
I would also like to thank a few more donations that we did get. Android, thank you so much for those 400 additional bits to your previous donation, as well as several gifted subs from CCO. I believe he's gifted 3 subs, so thank you guys.
CCO says, I'm making my debut in more ways than one.
True. Definitely thank you guys so much. Appreciate the support.
A little bit of team comp analysis here. Threat Level Midnight's comp is pretty straightforward. Darius top, Italy jungle, Malzahar mid. Not like a super, popular mid, but a good counter to the Yi. Misfortune and Nautilus, that's pretty typical of this season for bot lane. I like it. Sometimes you just need to go with a more classical style, especially if you're going into these really corner case style strategies like the Funnel Yi. It's going to be a question of whether or not they could shut this down. Their team comp is better for team fights, and if they can make it happen, or if they can keep this Yi dead or CC'd, they should be able to win this pretty effectively. But once again, that's the question. Can you shut down the Yi?
Nancy Drew Crew last week in their match versus Iron Dragon, when they were once again running the funnel comp, Nancy Drew was able to have a few really solid looks at picking off Kindred's best on the E, and really just a couple unlucky team fights when they couldn't quite get enough damage to pick them off, which resulted in pretty much them getting swept in the fight. But it'll be interesting to see if Threat of Midnight is able to get that little extra bit of damage and focus on the E, and really just get him out of the fight real quick. Another interesting note also is that Kindred is best, has been running this comp a lot in solo queue. He actually has a 91% win rate on Master Yi this season, and most of those games have been with Griffin Viper in duo queue on Tarek, so pretty destructive, honestly. So let's quickly get our predictions here before we get into the match. Who do you have taking down the victory in this match?
See, it's tricky to call. I think that the strategy is well defended this game. And I think that despite popular opinion, it's, well, probably not nearly as much fun to watch and not standard in the least. I think it's very powerful, and I think it'll take away this game. However, if Kiro can make this Malzahar play happen, he can shut it down all by himself. But I think if I was to bet money, I would go with Iron Dragon on this one.
I am going to have to concur with your assessment of this one. I also have Iron Dragon taking down this match. I did pick Nancy Drew Crew to beat Iron Dragon last week when they were whipping out the funnel comp, and I was proven decidedly wrong, so not going to make the same mistake twice. I've seen the win rate from Kindred's Best and Griffin Viper on this strategy. Definitely put my money on Iron Dragon here to proceed to 8-0, excuse me. But we will have to see. Something to note is that Nancy Drew Crew was able to keep the game pretty close for a while despite Kindred getting ahead on the Yi. So it'll be able to, interesting to see if Threat of Midnight is also able to keep this game close.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
If not, take a lead.
Now, I think the right call here is to invade.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Dreamlover dangerously close to Threat of Midnight here. Doesn't want to go too much further.
No, I mean, they have vision of him. They can see him.
Alice is positioning for this hook here.
He doesn't quite have the angle.
Oh.
Now he does. Gets it. Oh no, Darius misses his pull. If that went through, that was probably a dead Rakan.
Especially if he pulled him from his dash when Rakan was dashing towards Ain't Your Mommy. That'd been really nice.
Yeah, very close. A little bit of drama aside, looks like we're going to just have pretty straightforward starts.
So I was actually surprised to see that Iron Dragon was able to pick up the Siege funnel comp again. I am curious whether Threat of Midnight was unaware of this as a possibility or if they just opted to play into it.
That is a good question. It could definitely be a point of pride to say, hey, we were the ones that beat it.
True.
Or that we're not scared of your Kichi comp. We're gonna come in strong and do it to it like we who was it? Who was their opponent last week?
Nancy Drew Crew.
Nancy Drew Crew couldn't.
You have Kindred's Best getting here for this wave to pick it up.
Yeah. Kiro getting good damage off here. Spell shield cracked. Yi going in, kind of by himself.
He does
Gonna be in
have
the
red
middle of
buff
this
slow.
minion wave, but he's got red buff. Kiro taking a lot of damage. Exhaust goes down. Turns, does some more damage, but all in all, pop some pots, walk away. Viper Griffin just clearing the major part of that wave away. For the Yi, getting him all the gold.
He does now proceed into the jungle with Kindred, 2 assistants in this clear. He did see Kindred not back for a long time in their match last week. He did, I believe, do a full recall into his jungle item. Be interesting to see if they...
Yeah, if this Nidalee can counter gank at like the right time, he could really do some damage to this the strategy.
I think a big key to this is going to be whether Anorak is able to make an impact early on in this game. If he can start a snowball early, really put some kinks into the plan here for Iron Dragon with this funnel comp. Because once Yi gets it ahead in this comp, it's really not much you can do, especially if you don't have an answer for it at all.
Yes, sir. I had a little scuffle down bot lane. Lucian.
Top lane here. We do see
heal.
Bisu.
Yep. Bisu taking some damage. Uses flash to get out. Won't have much come of that other than flash burned. I don't think Anorak's gonna cancel his back here. Kindred is best just continuing this farm train
Already
with
about
his
a
own personal
17
support.
CS lead here for Kindred in the jungle. We expect to see that continue to grow as this game continues. Really not a lot currently on the map that Anorak would be able to accomplish as far as assisting lanes. Maybe if she could get a lane gank in this bot lane, if Angela's able to land a hook onto Lucian, could be a potential play for them, but really not much going in for Threat Level Midnight here, as he is just continuing to get a CS lead here. Continuing to
If
get a lead.
Kiro can super aggressively push down this tower, that's also a big benefit. One of the ways to counter this comp is just to
Bot lane here,
make
we
them
do
have to
the
hover.
engage.
Yep, Namer taking a lot of damage here. Gank comes in and is successful, gets the kill onto the Lucian. Dream Lover looking to just walk out here. Gets rooted, gets smacked on. I think he's just going to be able to walk away.
First
Pretty
blood
easily.
is going over to Anorak in this one. Is exactly what they needed to have happen. They need to start getting some sort of gold lead on their jungler, start getting some map pressure to see if this bot lane is able to make something happen with this advantage.
It should be noted that if this Nidalee does get fed, they have a lot of poke potential after that. And if you could just keep poking down the enemy team comp, Kindred is best can't engage. No matter how fed he is, he will not be able to 1v5 into a team comp with a Nautilus and a Malzahar.
You see both teams turn their heads towards this dragon, as
Drag
neither
man.
really had too much vision control in the area.
Pink dies.
Iron Dragon definitely has priority in this river. Anorak getting a little close to Dream Lover here.
Yep. Stun goes down. Griffin Viper slightly out of position here. Got a fight going down. Dream Lover
There's a
getting
teleport coming
out. And your mommy out of position though. Taking a lot of damage. CCO looking to get some hurt on. Flashes in aggressively. Gets
Oh,
the first
man.
ult. Gets the second kill. looking to go in, turns around this fight. Kennan pops down, looking. The stun is
Triple
not
kill
enough.
for CCO.
Triple kill for CCO 17.
Oh my goodness!
And
Iron
there
Dragon
goes.
routed here. That was
Yes,
a really
that
good.
was
Yeah.
very well played.
I thought when the TP came in from Bisu that they were definitely going to have the positioning and the numbers to get this done, especially because Bisu is 6 on this cannon. But really, I was just not quite good enough positioning here. Kindred is best was kind of caught in the river away from his team. A little bit separated out, a little bit disjointed, and just like that, Threat of Midnight is up 6-0 here against
That's
the
a
undefeated
quick
Iron Dragon.
Kill lead. Mind you, that only correlates to about a 3,000 gold lead. So not massive, not backbreaking, but
3,000 is still a respectable lead though, especially only 8 minutes into this game.
it's a good start.
But the thing to keep in mind is that Kindred is best does have about 40 CS lead over Anorak already, and that is the thing we need to keep our eyes on. Because Kindred is still able to just completely destroy a team fight if given the opportunity.
Yeah, that is a massive gold lead. Of course, this only works because the Tarek doesn't need a whole lot of itemization to be useful. His full kit is functionally fine without having a whole lot of items, so he can build just super cold efficient items to keep himself alive and keep his cooldowns low, as most supports do.
Do you see CCO heading into the jungle here? I don't know what.
Looking to counter jungle a little bit, I think. Gonna get maybe a ward off or something. Just gonna find nothing and go back to lane.
I didn't think they'd spotted out. Actually, I think they did actually spot Kindred and Griffin Viper walking from mid lane over towards the red buff, so maybe they were trying to check that out.
Yeah, I think they were spotted by that ward over by Baron Pit.
So CCO really looking to take advantage of this early lead that he has gotten 3 kills and an assist on Darius. They are looking to take the Herald down here.
Yep. Kuro doing a pretty good job of sieging down this mid lane tower in the meantime. Yep, Kindred is best, looking to get a gank here to stop this. But that's still 2 plates to this Malzahar.
Herald will be taken down here by 12 of Midnight. And this is really exactly what they are trying to have happen with their early game advantage here. You see a potential standoff in mid lane.
Just trying to force the snowball before this Kindred is best on this E can be effective.
So far, they've done a pretty good job. We do see Dreamlover rotating up here, though. It will be a numbers advantage for Iron Dragon.
There's the ult used. That's a lot of damage, but there's another. Oh dear, this fight is quickly turned around. Kindred is best, showing that the funnel is still working.
Yeah, really good roam there from Dreamlover.
Yeah, Dreamlover's ultimate slows down their damage potential, knocks Malzahar out of his ult, and then Tarek's ultimate keeping E alive adds a lot of protection for that E.
Yeah, really in a 3v2 situation there, with how huge Kindred is best is on the sea. Really, no way they could. Threat Luminite could take that fight.
Meanwhile, bot lane got a little bit of a tower dive going on. Angeloid taking some damage, but will be able to walk out. That Nautilus is a very tanky boy.
A ridiculous CS lead in the jungle here for Kindred. About 70 CS.
Yeah, he's getting both his jungle and mid lanes like CS
top lane,
for the most
Bisu
part. Top
and
lane got a quick little fight coming in. CCO going to get probably shut down here.
Oh, that is really not good for Threat Midnight.
Yeah, that's a massive gold spike onto Kindred is best. He is starting to take up, and this could get very bad very quickly.
Oh yes, you see the Herald being dropped by Anorak.
Yep. Kiro probably going to take
Dreamlover
an alpha
is the
strike
best spot,
here.
too.
Ultimate pop. Kindred's best going in. Gets a couple autos in. Kiro going to fall now. And Kindred is best on a rampage.
Yeah, Kindred is best is this final strategy, despite some early plays from Threat Midnight to get a lead, technical gold lead. Kindred is just way too huge on the sea, and it's gonna be really tough to to really take any fights against them.
Yep. Threat level Midnight taking a tower in response to that.
Is that first turret? That is first turret.
Yep.
So third level Midnight's definitely playing a solid game here, but definitely some mistakes. Definitely some regrettable mistakes to allow several kills here, and the shutdown from CCO to be on Kindred's best here.
Dream Lover putting a ward down on Dragon. Hopefully going to clear out that pink. CCO coming from the backside. Clearing out another pink. Trying to get some good vision control on this Dragon pit.
And if Iron Dragon has all 5 members down here, I don't really think Third Level Midnight wants to take part in the fight here. Unless they can really get a good pick onto Kindred. Kennen's gonna have ultimate. Kennen could flank the ultimate here, which could just be devastating, honestly.
Now, Malzahar does have Flash ult available.
It's the Kennen ult. Oh my goodness!
Kennen ult pop. That is a lot of damage. CCO in the backline gonna fall. Yi coming in to clean up this entire team real quick. There's the Alpha Strike. Another kill down. Kuro in a bad way. Gonna fall. Yi getting... Or Malzahar actually going down to Tarek. Oh, and Anorak caught out trying to get away.
Way too much damage coming out from Kindred's best, and really no way to put focus on him with the amount of diving that comes in from Bisu and from Dream Lover, as well as the peel from Griffin Viper. Really
this
not
team
much
comp
to do
is
in team fights.
very well structured. Ain't your mommy taking a lot of damage here from the Misfortune ult. But that means she can't use her ult to defend this tower. Not that she'd really want to. Kindred's best can literally just one-tap her.
Hook does land onto Kindred.
Flash goes off. Kindred is best taking a lot of damage here. He's low. This could be the pick they need. He has a 700 gold bounty. Yep, and that's gonna... So, that's a very good pick. Dream Lover trying his best to get out here. Going to.
Yeah, really good pick, like you said. Good hook from Angeloid there to lock down the the Master Yi. They say they're not going to roll over in this one. They're not done fighting. They're coming back. No. Take down Iron Dragon.
They still do have a gold lead, with most of Iron Dragon's gold being on that Yi. If they could pick it, they should just pick him. They should decidedly win any team fight.
Yeah, it really is the key to taking down this comp, but as we have seen, that is easier said than done, especially in straight up 5v5 situations.
Yeah, they have a lot of protection for that Yi.
Yeah, but if you're third level Midnight here, they really need to just avoid running straight into 5v5s and really just try to separate the map out and try to find some picks, especially on the Kindred.
If they play a smart macro game here, Nautilus going to have to cancel his back. Oh, he misses the hook. Angeloid, that's a little
Malzahar ult is on
rough.
Kindred. He will go down before the Tarkle.
That's going to pick him. Anorak walking away, still alive, getting the heal up. Griffin Viper going down. Meanwhile, CCO going on to Bisu, going to get this kill easy enough. That's the kind of picks you need to beat this this funnel you comp.
You are correct. That's exactly what Threat Level Midnight needed to happen here, and just like that, they might have.
Hero slightly out of position here, going to take some damage from Ain't Your Mommy, but it looks like he will get away and return with some damage of his own.
Ain't Your Mommy and Dream Lover potentially staying a little bit too long here in this mid lane. Although it looks like
Rift Herald will be dropped a little early. There isn't a tower right there,
this is an
so it's going to have to walk all the way up there. But
especially as the members from Iron Dragon respawned in here.
Shelly going to get a charge in and half health that tower. That's just going to be about it for her.
Did get the
good chunkage.
So could be worse. It did get a
could
lot
be worse.
Will be much easier to break that base open if they get an opportunity to in the future. But once again, as soon as Master Yi is back on this map here, especially with Griffin Viper on this Tarek, Third Element Midnight really has to start being careful again because he's just still so insanely massive. He has almost 100 CS lead. Okay, he's got like a 90 CS lead over Anorak.
That's a lot.
But
That's a lot of CS.
100 sounded dramatic. I was trying to go for it, but it's really more like 90.
It should be noted that this tower that Shelly hit is an inhib tower, and inhib towers do regen very slowly. So if Iron Dragon can just protect this tower, they can actually completely undo that charge from Shelly.
So this is a situation I feel like Threat of Midnight wants to avoid here. With Iron Dragon all grouped up, they really do not want to look to take fights like this.
Yeah, I mean Lucian's off to the side, but the entire like protect the Yi comp is here. Tark has also completed his Zeke's convergence, so that E is now even scarier than it was. Looking like they're trying to siege down mid here. Kendra's best gonna probably aim to come in from the side, but they're gonna back off. They're gonna get spooked and
I think they're gonna try to take Dragon priority here. Really set up vision control and try to get a pick, which is a pretty solid idea.
Yep.
Goes.
CCO trying to get in here. He's taking a lot of damage. He is getting onto that back line. That is a very quick kill. Kendra's best coming in. They're probably going to give the kill to him, I imagine. Yeah. Just feed him some more.
Yeah, every time Threat of Midnight gets baited into these sort of grouped up situations, it really just is completely one-sided.
Yeah. Kendra's best going to quickly clean up the drag here while his team takes down this tower.
A huge part of this comp too is just the immense amounts of damage that does come out from Bisu whenever they're trying to do these hard engages. There's really a lot of attention has to be torn to just not being instantly deleted from him. It makes it hard to really just focus on Kindred in any way.
Yep.
A summoner has reconnected.
Looks like CCO did disconnect there for a second, but he is back. We will not see a pause.
Yeah, very quick reconnect there.
Gold still
hopefully
very close, despite how huge Master Yi is. I doesn't quite give a accurate sense of the game state, but
yeah, this Yi is once again very massive. 9-3-2 with 185 CS, a solid portion of that from the jungle. Means that his value is way up there.
Looks like Threat of Midnight is starting up the Baron here. I'm not sure if they
trying to get a sneaky Baron pick. There's no vision on this. They could get away with it. Iron Dragon maybe getting an inkling.
Something is up.
Yeah. Ain't Your Mommy looking to get a ward in here.
Baron is getting pretty low.
Yeah, they're gonna. Oh no, Nautilus picked off. Angela taking a lot of damage here.
Kennen is not in this fight.
They're gonna like just try to trade off this Baron. Angeloid eating more damage.
Oh!
That was a very good recon ult.
Baron was taken from Nami. So despite
Hero
losing his
trying
fight,
to just like kite back and escape. He's gonna follow to the E also though.
huge. It must have been a miss smite there from Kindred. Nami did pick up the Baron, so despite losing that team fight pretty hard, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, Iron Dragon won't walk away with the Baron buff on this one.
It will help CCO to
defend a little bit.
Yeah. Not many objectives, really no objectives able to be picked up here unless Inyamami is able to pick up damage on his top turret, but looks like he will be leaving. So really just a couple kills given over to Iron Dragon. Is CCO looking for a hook here?
Yep, not gonna get it. I don't think they wanted that fight even if he did land the hook.
Yeah. But yeah, really, I'd say that's almost a net positive for Threat of Midnight here, because they do still have the Baron if they wanted to try to push, which they honestly they probably shouldn't, but... And really, not too much worse of a game state, because Master Yi is the only real threat to their team. I mean, I guess Bisu is putting out ridiculous amounts of damage as well, but It's really, this game is going to be decided whether or not they can pick off Kindred's best, or whether Kindred's best is just going to slice through their entire team.
Yeah. A very real assessment. Ain't Your Mommy trying to get in on this Nautilus. Getting a little bit of damage, but once again, very tanky. Angeloid with Knight's Vow and Bramble Vest and Bulwark. He's building to like kind of counter the C a little bit, make him think twice about coming in and attacking.
On to Kindred.
Malzahar goes down. Kindred is best, taking a fair bit of damage, but then is just going to Alpha Strike into it. Healed up through all of that by the Taric. That's a lot of potential. Angeloid just going to fall to the back line here while Kindred's best tries to run down. And Aurak still going in, doesn't care about the towers. He's just here, casually going through the base.
He's going a little deep there, man.
It doesn't seem all that concerned. And then there's his healers, and he's good again.
Well, once again, like, this is really... Time after time, Thread of Midnight has been trying to play these grouped up situations, and time after time, it's really not working out for them. Every time they try to do something like that, it's really just devastating for them.
Oh wow, that's a lot of damage from Ain't Your Mommy. Looking to get the double kill here. Gonna get it. Triumph not...
Big
or not...
shutdown.
Is it? Yeah.
That shutdown will be on Anorak. On this Nidalee.
Yep. Going to be kind of tricky. A dragon's coming up here soon enough. The next big fight will probably be around it.
On the Griffin Viper.
Flash Hook is going to be
Kindred
big
will be late in
here.
this
They're going
fight.
to get several picks here. Multiple flashes burned.
Kindred just sneaking into this bush here.
But he's here, and he's scary. That is a lot of damage. Angeloid going
Malzahar
down
ult.
really quick. Malzahar ult goes in into Darius.
Alpha Strike
Can they
keeps him
take
alive.
I don't think they can. He's going to have enough lifesteal to just eat through that.
So once again, another one of these fights where Kindred is just unable to take him down. Not enough discipline, I feel like, coming in during these fights, and discipline to not take fights here from Threat of Midnight here.
That is his third drag. Fourth drag will be Ocean Soul, which would be...
Anorak caught out here. As soon as Alpha Strike's off cooldown, he will surely be falling.
Yep, just right there. Right under tower. Namer in a bad spot, picked off by the Lucian of Ain't Your Mommy.
This game really being opened up by Iron Dragon now at this point.
Yep.
Third dragon was picked up by them. Teleport coming in. Angeloid.
Alpha Strike goes in. Angeloid sacrifices himself to keep the E away from his team.
But to no real avail as this inhibitor surely will be falling.
Yeah, this inhib is gone. Ain't Your Mommy taking just some chip damage from the Malzahar.
Honestly, Iron Dragon may have been able to end the game there, but definitely better safe
Yeah.
than sorry.
They probably could have seized that down if they wanted to.
Back it out. Play slow. Play methodical. Not trying to make any throws happen here. Trying to stay with that perfect record and advance to 8-0.
Yi picking up a Spirit Visage, really wanting to capitalize on all the heals that he gets from his allies. Game looking a bit one-sided. There is a 5k gold lead for Iron Dragon, and I'm pretty sure that all 5k are currently sitting on Kindred.
Yeah, he is ridiculously huge. It's interesting that in both of these games, that the Iron Dragon has played this funnel comp, although it does look like top lane.
Yep,
Mommy.
CCO looking to get a pick here. Gets spotted by Ain't Your Mommy.
Kindred bot side.
Yep,
Picking
picking
up
a kill
Nami with no problem.
with a thumbs up emote for the BM.
They're just gonna be pushing bot lane. Really, Threat of Midnight should send somebody back here to deal with this. Another kill coming
meanwhile-
out Iron Dragon.
Top lane, Ain't Your Mommy looking to, probably gonna die here actually. 2 CCO on the Starius. Trying to do something, but
Iron
meanwhile,
Dragon's gonna try to stop these backs here because they got 2 members bot lane pushing towards the Nexus.
aggressively, Kindred is best does a lot of damage to towers. This fight going downhill quickly. Dream Lover going to fall here to CCO. Once that stopwatch finally times out, Angeloid just missing the hook, doesn't matter. They still need to back and defend though.
Yeah,
Like,
DC
they don't
looking
win
to
this
almost
base
stop another back, but he is very low. Okay, but it will be falling here.
Oh yeah, in just a second. There it goes. Two
Biggest-
inhibs down. Now, like, if I was the one in charge of this team, I would have Kindred's best like go top and just siege down top lane, and force the team of threat level Midnight to make what I call bad decisions.
What I call
Whereas they have to like decide, all right, do we stop everybody top lane or do we let the super minions just push our base in?
You see, your mommy will be catching out at CCO here. It was a little close
Yep.
to him, but
Oh,
doesn't
he
seem to.
decides to go melee, but doesn't really matter. He was
Iron
low enough to
Dragon's
get
up
popped. Definitely switching from a micro game to a macro game here is the right play. They have like priority across the entire map. It should be straightforward. And now, like I said, with Dragon spawning here in a second, they should probably like roam bottom, get drag. Both inhibs are pushing, and then roam top and siege top until they just walk through the base eventually, or the super minions do it for them. This game should be pretty well stitched up. However, there is plenty of room left for misplays and goofs, so let's not count it over just yet. We're talking strictly hypotheticals here.
Strictly hypotheticals that it's technically possible that Illuminati could come back in this game. But it is definitely not the case.
This is League of Legends, and I have seen weirder things happen.
This is true.
Ocean Drink spawning here in about 10 seconds. Kindred's best hovering around here, along with most of his team. Ain't Your Mommy getting picked off a little bit.
Interesting engage here.
Dream Lover going in. This is looking like a bad fight. This will probably be game ending here. Kindred's best just casually 1v5 or like 1v1ing this Darius. Uses the flash to get across tower. Alpha Strike gets the kill. Got the reset. Goes in Alpha Strikes again onto Anorak.
Still at full HP.
It's like 3 auto attacks and that's dead. Name me namer.
He's
Name
trolling.
me
He's
name me
canceling
namer.
others.
Yeah, this game's over.
17
Kindred's best
kills.
really pushing the strategy to its limits. I wouldn't be surprised if like you becomes a blanket ban for the rest of this league.
Or Tarek, or both. I mean,
Or
it's
both.
pretty
Yeah,
destructive.
Just screw it. Ban both.
Man. CCO says, I know who I need to ban versus them. TCO, I think we all do at this point. It's been made abundantly clear to all of us. Iron Dragon is not afraid to whip out the final comp.
Yeah, definitely kind of looking like a one-trick pony at the moment. But like sometimes one-trick ponies get the job done. Today, really showing that off. That is two games in a row from them to pull this out and use it very effectively.
I don't even
I'm
want to look
almost.
at the damage charts.
I don't want to either. I'm going to, and I'm going to cringe a little bit.
Ain't Your Mommy had a decent amount of damage in proportion.
Yeah, definitely didn't slack off at all during that game. Darius doing a fair bit, trying to keep this team in the game. All in all, both sides trying. Threat Level Midnight didn't give up there and tried to claw their way back into that game. However, they just couldn't quite shut down the Yi, and as such, they eventually lost to it.
Yeah, I mean, Threat Level Midnight did have, like, definitely got out to a nice early lead. They made some proactive plays, got a goal lead, but was never really able to... Actually, that's not true. They did even shut down the Yi several times. Just kept opting into bad grouped up 5v5 situations where they really had no chance into the team fighting comp from Iron Dragon and really kind of lost any lead or chance they had to take this game down.
All in all, we see the power of the strategy once again. And
I do believe we are trying to get a interview here with the captain of Iron Dragon, Ain't Your Mommy. I believe he is here with us now. How are you doing today?
I feel great since we won a game.
That's great, man. So,
7-0. Thank you.
8-0, man. Like,
Oh, really? Thanks.
yeah, you guys are definitely,
definitely living up to the hype.
yeah.
So, this is your second week in a row whipping out this strategy. Do you think that going forward you'll still continue to get this strategy, or do you think the rest of the league will wisen up and try to ban it off of you?
Well, it's another strategy that will help our ban and pick before the game starts, so that we can have better advantages on during the game. Because if they ban one of Target or Master E, it gives us a free chance, like free pick for at least top or mid or jungle. So it's another strategy for us to have Master E Fallen Ultra strategy.
Very true.
Do you think you're going to see teams starting to ban out Master Yi or Taric, or do you think they're going to keep letting you guys try to take them down?
Well, it depends on how the opponents think about our strategy. If they prepare to against Master E and Taric strategy, I think they'll. But we'll have to still research on how to just how to get better bans. Like, for example, Master is very weak against Mordekaiser, Jax, some kind of like that. But if opponents have a chance to play that kind of champs, we're definitely going to ban those champs. But in this case, throughout this game, we're very confident that it was okay to just choose Master E and Charik to just play along this game.
You guys definitely had a dominating performance here, despite the early couple kills coming in from the level midnight. Thank you for joining us here, and good luck in your match tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much.
With that, we'll be cutting to commercial break. Up next, who do we have playing?
Up next is... Whoops, I did something wrong. Up next will be Target Shopping Carts versus Nancy Drew Crew for Game 4 of the day. So we're going to take a short break, and we will be back with that.
All right, see you then.